Previously on TVSins.
You're like a wizard.
I'm a what?
A wizard, and a thumping good un, I'd wager.
Two full minutes of credits that end by letting us know that George R.R. Martin used to be a writer. Polo! Why does it take 5 cuts to show this woman crawling through a stream bed? I know editing can create a mood in the viewer. Like, oh man, this chase is frantic. But don't we already know that when we see the dogs, Ramsay Bolton and his psycho girlfriend chasing after her? If they were this close in the chase, that dog would be chomping on her bones before Ramsay's bed warmer could fire, knock and loose an arrow. I get that tension building is important for action scenes, but so is editing. Also, show fails to include the scene where Pennywise, the clown, eats Ramsay Bolton and his girlfriend that was the centerpiece of A Storm of Swords. I'm not saying that the whole psychopath Ramsay Bolton shtick has gone on too long. I'm just saying that at this point, I'm not sure who is suffering from Stockholm Syndrome more, Theon or the audience. This show has made me really detest sausage, and that I can't forgive.
The dwarf, the cripple, and the mother of madness.
The Lannisterberry tales.
There's this knight, Laygood. Got thunderbolts on his shield?
I'd give all the sins back for every episode of this entire show if he was talking about a Shazam Game of Thrones crossover episode. Also, your promiscuous woman has the last name Laygood? Really? As in Laygood? Knight Laygood and his lay-loving wife? Feels a bit lazy, if you ask me.
I hear you took a hand from the Kingslayer.
Word travels.
But how exactly does word travel? At least in this instance. Pretty sure Locke didn't send Ramsay a raven, and it's not like Ramsay's had a lot of company over the last few weeks while he's been chopping off bits and pieces of Greyjoy.
Theon was a valuable hostage, not your plaything.
See, this is something you should have ravened him about earlier. When necessary, this show makes long-distance communication look easy, but when convenient, it's never even considered. I'm just saying if you'd sent a bird, maybe Theon would still be in possession of his Greyjoys. Bolton looks a decent amount like Stannis Baratheon, doesn't he? And they all have last names that start with B. It's as if this show wants me to fail a test of character names. It's easier to remember who everyone is on Days of Our Lives. Or, so I hear. Show just goes from this to this? These bastards have spent the last 4 minutes of screen time building to this shave. He didn't shave his mustache! Damn it! Wait, what actually happened in that scene? Nothing important, I'm sure.
No one weeps for spiders or whores.
That's arachnosexist. Also, clearly Varys hasn't had the luxury of going through a few tissue boxes during a viewing of Charlotte's Web. God damn it, that whore spider has my heart.
May you and my daughter Marjorie drink deep and live long.
Define long, exactly. We now take you live to Bar prepping his summary of the Mueller report.
There's a ship waiting in the harbor bound for Pentos. You'll have your own cabin, of course, and across the narrow sea, a house. Servants.
He literally just found out Shay could be in danger this morning. Maybe he could arrange the ship that quickly. But a house with servants? Was it ravens? So help me gods if someone mentions ravens.
You're a whore!
Person is mean to someone they love, so they will leave for their own good cliche.
Can't have children with a whore. How many men have you been with? 500? 5,000?
I get that Shay is stubborn, and Tyrion doesn't think she will leave if she knows the truth, but maybe give that a whirl before playing the sexual history card?
How many ships did he bring to your cause? How many men?
Good deal more than you.
Sick Baratheon burn with literal burning in the background. I'm still sitting it, but that's kind of badass.
They're with our Lord now. Their sins all burnt away. Did you see?
And you are?
I've never tasted anything as good as grilled seagull.
I would like to say that didn't make me hungry, but here we are. You know what? I'm just gonna say it. This Red Priestess is totally going to Lord of the Light heal this lovely little princess's face. I just know it. I cannot wait for that to happen.
Then there are no 7 heavens. No 7 hells.
Can you imagine? It's easy if you try. The religions in this show are fascinating because the show wants them to be the cause of so many of the plot movements without ever really exploring the history of them. The human motivations work because we understand them, but the religious motivations feel a little empty.
There's only one hell, princess.
Going through Carice Van Houten's filmography, I'm guessing that would be Repo Man. I'm sorry, is this a vision or is it a Game of Thrones Easter egg hunt? And why am I suddenly thinking of the fountain right now?
North.
Ghost of Mississippi. Wait, I thought we were playing the Name Bad Rob Reiner movies game. Sorry about that. I've seen what feels like 27 weddings on this show, and I'm pretty sure the wedding guy has to tell you it's time to put the cloak on her. Joffrey's premature celebrations don't bode well for the first night with his wife.
Cursed be he who would seek to tear them asunder.
Did you see that focus shift during that line? There's something to be said for a show that knows where it's going. And by George, the payoffs in this world are next level. Hold on, is that T.A. Curtis? Oh, sorry, Crazy Rich Asians flashback. Why are the Tyrells walking down 2 different roads diverging in this yellow wood when they were sitting together at the wedding ceremony?
You ought to try enjoying something before you die.
Huh. I wonder if she means Shay. Or taking a crap, maybe. I don't know why those 2 things enter my head, but there they are.
No one knows she's there but you, me, and Varys.
But everyone else is going to know if you don't stop talking about it around all these people.
War is war, but killing a man at a wedding. Horrid. What sort of monster would do such a thing?
Poison shadowing.
As if men need more reasons to fear marriage.
Also, don't you hate it when something like the Red Wedding happens and it inspires your 1980s stand-up material? And when you try it out on an audience, you find the one person whose brother got murdered at the Red Wedding?
Very good, very good. Off you go.
This might be the only time I side with Joffrey. And god damn you for making me side with Joffrey.
Our fathers are both rather keen on the prospect.
They certainly are.
Perhaps they should get married.
And now I just want to see that version of this show.
Luckily for you, none of this will happen because you'll never marry her.
And neither will you.
Ooh, incest burn. Also, incest burn is A, a misspelled insect bite remedy. B, a tone-deaf brother-sister band name. C, a cream you can find in a private room at your family reunion. Or D, a clever anagram for Cubs intern, which is the first clue in finding the secret key to the gold at Fire Mountain.
I don't serve your brother, Your Grace. But you love him.
And here's another love triangle to keep track of, only 10 minutes removed from Jaime chiding Loras about the same thing. There is so much relationship bingo to keep track of in this show, it's gone from love triangle to love hectagon. This series has now had at least 2 scenes of juggling, which is 2 more scenes than any show should ever have. And the director said, let's have every single person have an apple at the ready to throw at this fool, so we'll know without a doubt that the entire town is made up of assholes. New Tommen, who dis? This is one cringeworthy moment we all want to disappear from. But you guys get back here and watch this nonsense. Thank you. Now we can be tortured together, since that is what this show is about after all. Who knew they had Spencer gifts in Westeros?
Again!
I'm not sure if I should sin how not entertaining this whole thing is, or sadly, how much I am entertained by it. This is just like that episode of The Last Airbender, when they had to watch that play about themselves, except with a tad more bare-assery and wolf-head f***ing. Can you imagine the things Tyrion has had poured on his body? This wouldn't even rank in the top 100 today. So they just switched out who shot JR with who poisoned Joffrey? This show is f***ing Dallas with dragons and incest. It's quite possible Dallas had one of those things as well. Holy shit, I'm so happy to see this horrible person die. Totally missed how beautiful Cersei's jewels look. So she's got that going for her at least.
Somebody's poisoned the water hole! You're using Bonetti's defense against me, huh?
I thought it fitting, considering the rocky terrain.
What should I call you?
You can call me Joker.
Always look on the light side of life.
Oh, not again.
There's no earthly way of knowing
He's singing.
which direction we are going.
I feel like a tornado in a trailer park.
Come with me now.
Joffrey!
Come with me if you want to live.
Give me back my son!